All right, joining me here today, pre-tournament for the Annika driven by Gainbridge at Pelican, joined by Nelly Korda. Obviously, this is a very strong event for you. You've won it 3 times. Can you talk about what it's like to be back as the defending champion again?
Yeah, I love coming back here. It's so close to home. I have so many family and friends coming out during the week, so it's just a really feel-good tournament because I have a lot of great support behind me. But yeah, a lot of great memories even on the golf course here, and then getting to play the past 2 years with Caitlin has been really fun. So just this whole tournament has been a lot of fun so far.
Yeah, do you want to talk a little bit about your experience playing in the Pro-Am with Caitlin? It looked like you guys were having fun out there.
Yeah, I actually saw her last week for an outing, but she's great. She's so fun to be around. It's so cool to see how many people she brings to a different sport, how many fans that she has, and what a difference and how much of a needle that she moves, really. So it's really cool to see, and just a lot of appreciation for her for coming out here and also supporting us.
Is there a reason that you think you play so well at this event or at this golf course? Is there anything you think you can point to?
I don't know. No. I just kind of feel comfortable out here. I think just having like my family and my friends in the crowd, and this is kind of the turf that I grew up on. So there's also that level of comfort.
At this time, I'll open it up to any questions in the room.
Nelly, I was hoping you could just address the period of time you took off for rest. How is your health?
Yeah.
Were you in a lot of pain when you took the time, or was it more preventative?
It was definitely very preventative, too. The thing with injuries and how much we travel and train, like, you're never pain-free. I think if you go to any athlete across all sports and ask them if they're pain-free, they're going to tell you that they're not. So last year was probably, I'm not going to lie, it was one of my worst injuries ever. I wasn't even sure if I was going to be able to play the rest of the year. I thought I was out for the season. And if I'm starting to feel that pain a little bit, and I know that that could possibly reoccur, I have to prioritize my body and say that, okay, I need to step back, I need to take some time off and make sure I don't go down that path.
So did you put the clubs away for a while, or what did you do in your time off?
Yeah, I put the clubs away for almost 3 weeks. Was doing 2-a-days in the gym, was doing a lot of neck rehabs. I actually posted it on my social media. It's called the iron neck. So I have this thing around my head, and I was doing a lot of strength training with that, making sure that, my injury is well protected.
Can you explain what that is a little bit more?
The iron neck? Yeah, it's just like you can hook it up to a door, but it's pretty much it hooks up to a band, and you're trying to hold the positions to strength train the muscles in your neck from all different angles, and that's why it's kind of like round. So it can be hooked up from the back, from the sides, doesn't matter. It's almost like I think F1 drivers use it a lot to strength train their neck.
Nelly, obviously it's the second year that Caitlin's been here and played in this Pro-Am. You played with her last year. Did you notice any differences in her game from last year to this year, or was it just more about having fun for you guys?
Yeah, definitely more about having fun. I mean, her teammates were out too. They were a lot of fun. I think maybe she was a little bit more comfortable. We knew each other a little bit more, so for us, like, chit-chatting was a lot of fun. But I would say the same amount of people showed up this year as they did last year, and that to me is really cool to see.
You've had a lot of exciting things come out with, obviously, the shoes that you've got on today, but also you were named to the Forbes list, top 100, or 100 most influential women in sports.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so I mean, for you to have newsflash.
Thank you.
But to have that kind of reach across, really reach outside of golf, what does that kind of mean to you? And can you just speak to what it has meant to you to partner with Nike and then have some recognition like that?
Yeah, this process has been cool. Like, I can touch on it that when I was growing up, I had so many amazing role models. but they were in tennis, and they all wore Nike. They all had, their kits. They were at Grand Slams. Maria Sharapova always came out in her dress kit. You had Roger Federer, you had Nadal, and we watched tennis a lot in our household, so I had tennis players as role models. And my dream at that point was, I want to be a Nike athlete. That's how you know you made it, is you are a Nike athlete, because all the greats were wearing Nike. So that to me is like a really pinch me moment, that I was able to, sit down with the design team and go through what means the most to me in my life, and family, tennis, golf, whatever. Those are what plays part in the charms. And then the Leo energy, because I am inspired by lions. I love lions, and there's just so much that I pull from that to myself. But I think that's like the coolest thing about what we do is, like, the girls in the crowd right now, like, they're looking up to all of us. We're their role models. And, they could be dreaming of being a Nike athlete and doing what I'm doing right now. So it's really cool to see. It's probably the best part of what we do, is kind of inspiring the next generation and hoping that, they love the game of golf, or they love the sport that we love as much as we do.
Hi, Nelly. Sophie Cunningham mentioned she was planning on coming here to support Caitlin and also chug beer all day.
I didn't see that, no. Maybe it was too early in the day. Maybe on the back nine it'll get a little rowdy.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looked to me like there was just coffee in that mug.
Yeah.
It was early morning, though, but how would you describe the atmosphere out there this morning?
They're a lot of fun. Her and Lexi, that's the first time I've met them. You can tell that they all get along really well. And I did ask them, if the whole team gets along, and they said, yeah, it's actually the best. Like, our team this year, we all get along really well, and you can see it. Like, they just have this really great energy around them.
Lexi, obviously, Caitlin has other things to worry about, practicing golf all
Yeah,
year.
of
But
course.
when you see her play, and a couple of times the frustration is it, no matter how little she plays, do you see a competitiveness in someone like her, even though she's not going to go out and shoot 72?
For sure, yeah. I've been lucky enough to play alongside a lot of athletes, and everyone has that competitive drive to want to play the best. And I think, they get into golf after whatever their sports, and some of them get really, really good. But you always have that competitive drive in anything you do. If it's from board games to other sports, like, we all kind of have that ingrained in us by now. But yeah.
Nelly, the understanding the injury situation and how hard it is just to win on the LPGA, but we're coming up on 1 year since you last won a tournament. And does that creep into your thought process or emotions at all now that we're kind of getting to a 1 year situation?
No, I mean, I can control what I can control. I can't control what other competitors are doing. The only thing I can control is how much effort I put into each and every day, how I try and execute my shots, and at the end of the day, that's all I can do. Obviously, I'm very, very competitive, and what I want to be or what I want to do on Sunday is hoist the trophy. I mean, everyone in this field wants to do it, and it's definitely been a weird year. But I can't compare this year to last year, because every year, if you go back and not just talk about last year or talk about my years before that, like, I've had years where I haven't won and I've played great golf, and then the next year I've won a few. So it's just sports. I mean, it's golf. You can't expect to win, right? But you can expect to put in 100%, 100% into your body, 100% into your routine, into your practice, have no distractions, and that's what I can control, and that is what I will control. But everything else is kind of out of my control.
And also a little bit on the injury situation. You mentioned it really kind of affected you last year. Has your approach to trying to play through injury changed in the last year or couple years?
Yeah, definitely. Before, I would probably push through the injury, and then I would be out longer than if I was just like, okay, like, just to take some time off, rehab it, and come back. I've just pushed a little too hard, and I'm out for months, right? I learned a lot about myself and injuries through my blood clot because I was feeling the symptoms for about 3 weeks before I actually went to see the doctor. I went to the ER. So if I listened to my body right then and there, that would have been 3 weeks that I saved some time. But instead, I was just like, oh, maybe it's just something weird. Maybe I slept weird. But right now, I think I've just gotten a little bit more in tune with my body where it's like, okay, I may have to sacrifice this tournament, but in the long run, it's probably better that I'm doing that.
Nelly, some other off-the-course news. The GTI teams were announced. Obviously, Jess is back.
Yeah.
What has it meant to you just to see her grind to get back to a place where she feels comfortable playing in an event again alongside the guys?
Yeah, I'm so excited for her. I went to Jupiter last week, and I played 2 times with her, and it's definitely there. It's just about how much time she's gonna put in. I mean, her joy has definitely come back in the game of golf. I think she was struggling a lot with injuries, but to see her really happy on the golf course made me really happy. And then I just have a whole new appreciation for her with Grayson now. She's such an unbelievable mom, and she's just so happy and content. So I'm really happy for her. But it'll be really nice to see her out on the golf course. And selfishly, I really miss my dinner buddy and travel buddy. So it'll be nice to have her back, hopefully.
Did you make any equipment changes during your time off or swing changes?
No, not swing changes. I mean, throughout the entire year, I've been kind of struggling with a little bit of a laid off look on the top. So I did have some time to really kind of dial in on technique and not focus on, let's say, the execution of it where the ball was flying. And then I do have some new irons in. Yes.
Are they any different?
Yeah, I was playing the MC TaylorMades, and now I'm in the CBs. They just have maybe a little bit more height to them, so the descent angle is a little steeper, so it should land a little softer.
And then obviously a big storyline coming into the week is Kai Trump sponsor Exemption. Just curious what your reaction was to the news when you found out she was in the field.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a great learning opportunity for her if she is serious about the game of golf. I mean, there's no better way to test your game than to play alongside the best players in the world. So it'll be a nice and fun experience for her, I'm sure.
Hi, Nelly. A little while ago, you were on Golf Channel doing a quick interview talking about Caitlin, and one thing you said was she just enjoys everything she does. Mm-hmm. And you said it almost with a tinge of jealousy in your voice. How much are you able to enjoy everything you do?
Definitely no jealousy there. I enjoy everything I do. I love it. I love the life that I live. Obviously, sometimes, with the travel and everything, you can get a little run down, but that's why you go home for a week and you recharge your batteries, spend time around the people you love the most. But there's nothing better than this. I love this so much.
Nelly, the Doyles and Annika have talked about growing this event every year and how important it is to them. Talk about some of the changes that you've seen, the growth, and being in the 3rd year with Annika, how it's come to this level so quick. Talk about some of the things you've noticed, the changes and growing this event every year.
Yeah, the Doyles have done an amazing job from the start of this event to what it is right now. Especially with Annika alongside, I'm sure that having her voice there has really helped too. But I would say just from player experience, it's gotten better every year. And then the golf course. I mean, I know that they really want to make it tough for us out here. And you can tell, I mean, every year it's gotten a little tougher. Last year we had the 2 storms come in, a month or 2 before the event. So I would say that even with that, I mean, the golf course was impeccable. The greens were lightning, and the same thing this year. I mean, the golf course is impeccable, and I know that that's their number 1 priority.
Pace of play was a big topic last year. How has it changed throughout the season with the new policy?
I think it's improved a lot. I would say from last year to this year, the improvement that we've made is great, and I'm hoping that we continue to do that. But, I would say it's a step in the right direction. You can't be too greedy and expect at snap of your fingers that everything is just going to be 100%. But as long as we're making improvements, which I will always be very honest in this department because I am a fast player and there's nothing more I hate than slow play. I would say that it has gotten faster.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you.
Hold on, one more.
Hello.
Hi.
I just wondered, how do you think you would do in a pro-am basketball game with Caitlin?
Bad. I occasionally play pig, and I lose every single time. It takes me a long time to really get warmed up. But actually, Caitlin and I were messaging. She's like, this is unfair. Like, I need to take you to the basketball court. Like, why are we always on a golf course? So maybe one day, but it's pretty bad. I would definitely like to use some pointers. I don't know if it's like the shot. I think it'll be more of like the movement for me.
All right. Thank you so much,
Okay,
Nelly.
thanks,
We
guys.
appreciate it.